Hey everyone and welcome back. We are on day 4 of the Dames for Games fundraiser, and so far we raised $200. If you would like to donate, there's a QR code right there directly to the link, and then I'm going to comment on this video the link for that as well. It's the same thing. But yeah, if you would like to support women and femme-identifying developers in the gaming industry, I think this would be great. So that's what Dames for Games does. They put on showcases, they feature a bunch of developers, and then they talk about their games so they can get more recognition. But we are going to continue Cat Detective. Hopefully finish. So, continue. Thank you so much for coming. Please, come in. Why, thank you, ma'am. You're very kind. And by kind, I mean generous. And by generous, I mean financially generous, but you know, nice and friendly too. What a charming apartment you have. The apartment of a sweet, generous lady who hopefully likes being praised and responds, you know, generously. He just wants to get paid. We love it all. The couch, the tables, the rug, the windows. Okay. The giant hole in the ceiling. Incredibly large hole in the middle of the living room. Some construction we have going on.
A skylight that looks a little bit too much like another skylight at a certain crime scene. Either there's a crazed contractor on the loose installing giant hole skylights all over the city, or...
Feel free to ask me anything. Or knock on my husband's door if you want to see what I'm dealing with. Okay. Is there anything else I can interact with? Leave. Alright, let's get to it. Go. Is that a sheep? Mr. G? My name's Albert Wilde. I'm a detective? Is that a question? Your wife hired me to... I knew it. I knew you were working with her. You're one of her little gang of murderous cultists, aren't you? No, that's not what a detective is. Either that or I mix up the flyers at the employment center. I don't believe you. I won't trust anyone working with her. She can't be trusted. I know her secret. What secret? I'm not talking while she's here. She's listening. I'm not saying a darn thing with her in the apartment. Well, that's gonna make my job difficult, seeing as I'm here to find out why you locked yourself in your room. I ain't here to make your job easy. If you're doing a job for her, then I'll make your job as hard as I can. He seems nice. Can I tempt you out? Anything I can do to tempt you out? Maybe a nice plate full of food? Don't need it. I got snacks. I'm good. How many snacks did he bring in there? Because he was in there for like a month. How many snacks do you have? You sure? I could cook something with some mouth-watering aroma, fried onions maybe? Fresh baked bread? Melting chocolate? Slightly mature salmon fillet? Would any of that smell tempt you to come out? Nope. Not even all together at once? Ew. Oh, especially not all together at once. Fine, maybe a drink? Water, tea, shot of whiskey? Thanks, but no. I ain't coming out even for my favorite drink. Well, that's good because I don't actually have any whiskey on me. So about that hole, yeah? Couldn't help but notice you had an interesting hole in the living room. Care to comment about that? Not while she's around. Oh, it has something to do with that. It's her thing. Anyway, ask her. Tell me about your wife. So, your wife. What's this about her being an awful murder killer who kicks puppies? I'm not saying a single word about her while she's in the room. Seems like a pretty smart approach to a marriage in general. Okay. Dang, she's a filthy lying snake. What'd she do? It was because she lied about... Because it sounds like a sheep in there. I knew a snake back in college who was the salt of the earth. Real nice guy. That's a lot more than a single word. Okay, so we gotta figure out... Let's just keep going through the dialogue, but we gotta figure out how to get him... get the wife away. Let's start with the basics. How come you've locked yourself away in the bedroom? To protect myself from her, I had Foxy's hair in my mouth. Oh my god. Every time I give her kisses, there's hair all over. That she-wolf. Why? What does she do? Ha, she's right there listening, isn't she? Or you're going to tell her everything I say? You really think I'm going to tell you anything? I mean, that would be helpful. Look, I'm just here to get to the bottom of why you're acting this way. I'll just bet you are, so my wife can find out. And once I tell you, I'm dead meat. Mutton. Oh, it is a sheep. Murder! That doesn't exactly sound like a reasonable response. And how about this as a reasonable response? Alright, so it's just the same thing. Alright, good talk. Okay, what's going on? What did you do? Holy moly, okay, that's a lot. Let's just go down. So, that skylight you have going on. Oh, well, you know, when inspiration strikes. Can't say I do know. My inspiration is usually on strike. Okay, I just think one day I want big skylight. Why? Big enough for sun, big enough for blue sky. Big enough for large body to fit through. What? Odd request for a feature, but I'm not an interior designer. So what do I know? How long have you been working on that skylight? Oh, I'd say maybe a month? Month and bit? You know how things go with contractors and things. Didn't you say your husband's been hiding in this bedroom for a month? Maybe he just wanted to be out of the way during construction. Or maybe he didn't like the draft? Skylight was there for at least a little time before my husband went into the room. Something else has happened and I need you to learn what. Okay. How were things before? Things were good? Not sure what things you mean. I mean, how was your marriage? How would you describe your relationship before your husband locked himself in his room? Normal? I see, I see. So was he sleeping with someone else? Were you sleeping with someone else? Did anyone know about you sleeping with someone else? Were you sleeping with whoever that was? Okay, what are you talking about? Only the best soap operas on the radio. So you're saying things weren't like that? No, everything was fine. We barely ever argued except let's just say my husband does not exactly help with cooking or cleaning or almost anything in the house. At least the one bright side of all this. With him in his room, it's a lot easier to keep the apartment clean. But oh, the mess the bedroom must be by now. I know, a month. His little snacks. I wonder what snacks he has in there. You gotta help me bring my dear husband out, so I can give the room a proper scrub. Okay. Tell me what you can about the day Mr. G holed up in his room. Don't leave anything out. Alright, well, first thing in the morning, I went into the bathroom and started, you know, pooping. Okay, maybe leave some things out. Skip to when you last saw him out in the bedroom. What happened? I was getting ready to go out. I had season tickets to the local ballet. I never missed a single performance, not unless I'm on fire and being flayed by knives. Mr. G, though, he wouldn't attend a single performance unless he was on fire and being flayed by knives, so he decided to go out with his friends. Truly a healthy modern marriage in action. Did he seem at all odd, or... No, it was his usual sweet self. Gave me a kiss on the cheek, told me to have a good time at the ballet. Oh, is it Francis? Francis the flamingo who was there? Alright, when I got back, he was not home yet, but I don't think anything of it. I went out for a walk, and by the time I got back, he was in our room. But when I went to go to sleep myself, the door was locked, and he held it shut and screamed at me to go away, and he didn't trust me. At first, I thought he was joking. Then I thought he just had bad headache. But by the next day, I realized he wasn't coming out or letting me in. And it's been like that since. You had no idea what triggered this sudden behavior? You think I would be so desperate to hire you if I knew anything? I'll just keep going. I imagine you've been able to talk with your husband through the bedroom door. Has he explained anything or said anything unusual? Besides the fact I'm apparently a demon dog and that I'm going to gobble him up? Ah, so a regular quarrel between spouses then. Are you single? Because I'm beginning to see why. Just pure bad luck and nothing else, clearly. So not just the hiding that's weird, but the way he suddenly turned on you? Yes, he used to think I was the bestest of girls. He even used to call me his beloved ballerina. But now he either stays quiet or he yells at me to go away, to leave him alone. That he knows I'm out to get him. Get him? How? Oh, horrible things like I will kill him or kidnap him or tie him up in the way he doesn't like. In the way he doesn't like. So there's a way he does like. Cake? Lemon poppy seed. Okay. Random. So I had a chat with your husband and he made it clear he's not talking while you're around. I guess he's not going to talk about what is bothering him. So maybe it might be a good idea for you to step outside for a bit while I try and talk him around. Get to the bottom what's up. Oh, I can't do that. What kind of wife would I be if I wasn't there the moment my dear wayward hubby comes out of hiding? The kind of wife who didn't make that sound vaguely ominous, maybe? And do not leave this apartment unless it is absolutely vitally important. Like going to the ballet, for example. You left the apartment to come see me. Am I vitally important then? Ah, no, I had 2 other vitally important things to do and I fit you in between them. Groceries and the fur salon. Now I got food in the house, my fur is all done, nice. And I'm not leaving for anything short of the best ballet outing I've ever had. We need to talk to Francis or something. Tell me about you. Tell me about yourself. Well, what do you want to know? What do you do? How do you spend your days? I bake, I clean, I go out with very special group of friends. I keep busy so I do not face existential dread over never getting to do what I really wanted in life. Usual things. Relatable. I want to be a professional bed tester, but fell asleep too quickly to give any useful feedback. Still haunts me whenever I have to actually, get out of bed. That if I'd made it, I never have to leave the bed again. Oh, she wanted to be a ballerina. Made me dress out of swan feathers so I could pretend to dance to Swan Lake. How come you didn't pursue it? Because the swan I plucked the feathers from said, ow, you pissed off, and sued for emotional damages and treatment of baldness. Dang, why'd you do that though? Yeah. Who are your friends? My friends say we will afford soon. That I have all the lessons I want. Sounds like you have some nice but weirdly ominous sounding friends. What does Miss G stand for? Gesundheit. I didn't sneeze. No, that's my husband's actual last name. Oh my, I'm not pronouncing that. Alright, I get it. Back to You really love ballet, huh? Are you a fan? You watched one like 900 times? Holy moly. Why don't you learn how? Take some lessons. Have you seen the price of ballet lessons? I can't afford that. But you can afford to go to the ballet. You might be able to if you didn't spend your money on going to see the ballet every week. Yeah, it's true. But he knows a dance instructor. Yeah, if only, if only you knew one. That's all for now. Thanks. Okay. What are my objectives? Get rid of Miss G. I wonder if anything else will pop up. Okay. Okay. Let's see. No, that's a leave. Okay. Alright, let's go. You know what? Let's go to the clock shop because I still need to go into the police archives. So let's do the teleportation. And then we can see if like Francis or somebody can help me out with the ballet.
They'll have filed the caller under the evidence for my case by now, which means I'll teleport right into the file I need to see. Hope their file folders are big and sturdy enough to contain my awesomeness.
It's another dumpster. Oh no, but it was a trash can.
What the? A garbage can? They threw the caller in the garbage. Glad to see the city PD is filing its evidence with due care and process. Something to look forward to while I look up the case file.
Okay, the archives. I'm in. I can like find a bunch of stuff.
Let's see. Case 263. Received noise complaint in regards to a Husky convention. Interviewed the organizer for official statement. Awoo. I'd say our tax dollars at work, but not like I pay my taxes anyway. Anyway, that's not it.
Okay.
Case 111. Traffic accident on East 3rd. Suspects, an illegal ring of Armadillo Street racers. Based off scale
Armadillo
impressions
Street
taken from
racers.
victim's face. No, this isn't it. You'd think weird cat corpse case files would be easy to find. Mind you, maybe it would be if I knew the first thing about filing systems. Case 419. Another complaint lodged against Albert Wilde. Hey, that's me. Wait, how many other complaints against me are in here? Too many to go through, and still no sign of the file I need. All right, doing one more than throwing up my paws. Case 5990. Unusual feline body discovered in... Wait, this is it. This is the entire police file for the case. This is every piece of evidence. every note taken. This is a joke, right? There's like 2 pages in here, and half a page is just a stick figure drawing of the body with a frowny
The
face.
frowny face.
Body found under, this bit's partly crossed out. Implosion, then explosion, then hole in roof. That's odd. Body appears to be a small feline consistent with case 4666. As such, no further investigation needed or authorized. Send all case materials to janitorial to be recycled as toilet paper. Maybe it's a good thing their filing system is as deficient as their investigation skills. I'd hate to be fishing scraps of paper off Officer Hippo's rear end. Case 4666. So something like this has happened before. Sounds like I need to do some more reading, which is a sentence I never thought I'd be saying. Case 4666. Here we go. Dated a few months prior. Let's see what's in here. A lot of redactions. That's what. I haven't seen this many strike-throughs and black marker on a piece of paper since the last time a lady gave me her number. The whole case file is redacted to heck and back. How am I supposed to make out any of it? Hang on. There are some bits where the marker started dying. Guess police funding didn't extend to their stationery supply. A little squinting with my keen feline eyes, and I can make out cat. I guess that's something. Come on, eyeballs. Strain. Strain harder. Narrow those pupils. Is that appeared? Unusual? Unknown? Roof hole? Sounding awful familiar. Something about released into custody. What? Some evidence. Property. Another body. Someone living and released to who? Claimant. Parties involved, including, I can barely make out the letters. Let's see. D. Dom. Dom D. Dom D. Wait. They couldn't mean Dom the Dolphin, the terror of 10th Street, head of the Sharks and Shirts gang.
Sharks and
They
shirts.
say if you cross him, you'll sleep with the fishes. That's because he locks you in a fish cannery for the night. Best botch job of my life, really. Ugh, can't quite make it out. Oh, Ren. No, Ran. Gutan. Wait. Gutan. Orangutan. Head of the hairy apes. Even I know about them. And that's really saying something. I thought they'd kept to their side of 10th Street. Guess orang's got a long reach, you know. Being an orangutan and all. M-A-N. Wait. Manny the Mantis. Again, is that twice he's gotten involved in these cat cases? Wait, never mind. That's an I, not an A. I should actually learn to read someday. M-I-N-K-Y-J-O. Minky. The Mink Jones. He runs the Rabbit Rodents gang, I think. So not the underworld boss I thought it was. Just another underworld boss. So, 1 cat case, 3 names. All prominent members of the criminal underworld, counting Manny the Mantis in my case. And that makes, hang on, let me get out my calculator. 4 underworld bosses, all involved somehow with weird cases involving weird cats. Which means absolutely nothing to me. Given I don't know the first thing about the criminal underbelly of this town, I'm too busy minding my own underbelly, thanks. It's getting a little saggy. Besides, how am I supposed to know the secret ins and outs of this town's criminal underworld? Not like I work in a job where that information would be useful or anything. No, I'm gonna need to run this info by someone who knows this stuff. Someone who's not only seen this city's seedy underbelly, but who's given it a scritch and a rub while saying, "Who has the cutest criminal underbelly? That's you." Which rules out pretty much every cop in this town. Meaning I'll need to find someone who's actually part of that world. But where would I find them? Not here, that's for sure.
Okay. 2 achievements already.
Alright. Now the tough part, how to get out of here. I'm imagining that since this is all their classified files, it must be under pretty heavy lock and key.
No.
That they apparently forgot to actually lock. Great elephanting, I gotta say.
Hey, you're not supposed to be here. I'm calling the police. Aren't you the police? Damn it, you're right. Does that mean I have to call myself? Does that mean I have to actually work? That's not why I took this job. Right, well, why you work that out? Speaking of calling people, who are supposed to be helpful? I should probably call for a ride. Can I borrow your phone? If it means you leave before I have to actually do anything, please. Yeah, that's like, how many times? 3 times already?
Hard-boiled detective.
Okay. So... let's go to the bar, I guess. Oh, that's how you get them to go? The hairy apes are flinging crap again. Okay, let's just go with the first one. Okay, so we got him to leave. And he exited with effortless cool.
Man, I hope he gets gingivitis and cavities someday. That'll learn him.
Okay, now we can talk to you. So you're telling, I think this is the summary. So you're telling me that for the past few months, countless cats have been appearing in town through giant holes in the roof, only for the underworld gangs to show up and snatch them in their collars.
If
a
I
dance
had a
studio.
nickel for every time knowing Lily saved my furry behind on this case, I'd have 2 nickels, which is frankly more money than I've had in years. I'm fairly certain that Joe will have my fur if he catches me skulking around his wife's window. But what other choice do I have? Ask Mrs. G politely to step out of the apartment, wait until she has another appointment, come up with some other excuse. You know, now that I say them aloud, those all sound like they'd have been good ideas. Oh well,
Already tried
Lily's
those.
lessons it is.
Okay. Let's run, run, run. I got a new client for you. Oh my god, this is a lot. Just be like, hey, can you give this person some ballet lessons? I even got a professional ballerina and 3 lessons package if they're interested. You have a coupon? Could I get the coupon? After a while. Okay, cool. So, let's go back. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to Miss G, not the bar. Got a coupon for you. Alright, and she left. Goodbye.
Phew. She's gone. Maybe now the husband will give me some better answers. Or any answers.
Okay.
Let's see what's in here.
Pick up Jay for cult meeting. Cult meeting. Make dinner.
Gotta say, this isn't sounding particularly incriminating about her being a cultist. See, nothing at all out of the ordinary. Oh, right.
Unethically sourced meat as a treat. Sleeping powder. Jeez. A knife?
Wow. This is some dark, evil stuff. I mean, she went and got store-bought cupcakes for her secret cult meeting instead of home-baked. That woman's a monster. Wow. She even used glitter pens on that last word. one's dated for today. She must have written it before I showed up. Getting a bargain, more like it. But wait, M lost the fifth. Could that be Mantis? Do I have the fifth caller? That's everything. Call me a crazy cat, but I'm beginning to think this lady might be a cultist. But hang on. Today's schedule. Tomorrow's meeting. All of these entries are dated, meaning I can tell when these cult meetings are happening. It looks like they happen every week like clockwork. Using my deductive skills, I can work out the next one will be... Or I could have guessed that from the entry from today that mentioned...
Okay, let's go to Elmo's.
I should have known. Should have known the minute that dame started looking sheepish. Well, I mean, she always looks sheepish. She's a sheep, but she's wrapped up in this case tighter than my belt after Christmas dinner, which would be pretty tight if I wore a belt. I think it's time she gave me some real answers, ideally spelled out in small words. With a helpful diagram, maybe with puppets. I do love puppets.
Uh-oh. What happened? Oh my God. All right, fine, don't tell me. Oh, well, there it is. Okay, cool. Is there anything else in here? Do I have to talk to you about anything else? Okay, good. Oh, can I not look at my map?
Nah, I shouldn't leave yet. There's something I'm still missing, besides my marbles.
I didn't see anything else. And she's not telling me anything else. I mean, I tried talking to her again, but it's just the same thing. Oh, I see.
Elma's right. The thief did leave a hat, not a particularly stylish one. I call it the cow pat spec. Hang on. I've seen this hat before. I've seen someone wearing it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Wait a minute.
J for Jimmy.
Then J is, it's Jimmy, the thief, the one working with the cult. It's Jimmy. Should have known he was a stool pigeon. Or, well, the opposite. I should tell Elma who did this.
Oh, let me get out of here. It was Jimmy.
Anyway, my plan was perfect. Get my collar on Jimmy somehow. Wait until he's left for the cult meeting. Then use it to teleport to his location. Now all I have to do is figure out how to get the collar on him. But how to do it? Pat him on the back and tape it to him. No. Catapult it onto his neck. No. Boy, coming up with brilliant plans is hungry work. I'm starving. I could use a sandwich. Wait, that's it.
No. Sandwich time.
If there's one universal truth among animals, it's that everyone wants a sandwich when they're hungry. It's true for me, and that means it's true for everyone. Besides, Mrs. G's diary mentioned making sandwiches for a cult, so there's no way Jimmy's gonna turn down a sandwich, not even one with a secret ingredient. The secret ingredient being my collar. All I have to do is wait for him to take the sandwich with him to the cult meeting, and then teleport there and nab them in the act. But first, I have to make the sandwich. It has to be a sandwich tasty enough for Jimmy to take it with him, but not so tasty that he bites into it and gets a beak full of collar. And it's gotta be thick and sloppy enough to hide the collar. So, to start, let's go with...
Let's see.
What
Birdseed.
self-respecting pigeon is gonna turn down bread and birdseed? In fact, maybe I should put in an extra slice in the middle. You know, bread sandwich. Jimmy's gonna love it. Maybe a few extra slices just to be sure. Next, I'll add... A good sandwich always has tons of mustard. And by good sandwich, I mean sandwich that I like, of course. Mrs. G's diary did mention that Jimmy disliked mustard, but he's a bad guy, and therefore wrong. So, tons of mustard. Now to add. Looks like this small, wilted cabbage is the only veggie Elma has in her fridge. I guess sheep go through their veggies pretty quick. Cabbage is basically the same as lettuce, right? Totally. I'll just stuff whole leaves of it in. I'll put the whole head of cabbage in. Just to be, it's small. It'll be fine. Now, next.
That's a shitty sandwich.
Okay. Just have to smoosh my collar in the middle of all this bread and cabbage and mustard. I guess this would count as adding collard greens.
That laugh.
Well, I
What
thought
the
it was
hell was
funny.
that?
Good job, internal me. All right. Sandwich is all ready to go. Now I just have to get it to Jimmy. There's nothing else I have to do here.
An
Okay.
extra sandwich.
One thing I have to do. I think there's enough bread and mustard left.
Okay.
I've left enough for Elma's next lunch. I'm sure a wilted cabbage leaf, a half slide of bread, and a dollop of mustard is enough, right?
It'll be fine. Here's your sandwich. All right. Oh yeah, we have to leave.
Back to where it all started. To the bird who sold me that newspaper that got me onto this case to start with. I should have known. Can't trust anyone in this crazy town. Backstabbing, underhanded, criminal lowlifes. All of them. I'm the one bringing them all to justice, shining a light on whatever weird, criminal, culty ring has got its claws into this city. Just wish, you know, justice and truth paid a bit better. All the pieces are in motion. It's the point of no return. The moment when the facts come to light and the case solves itself. The moment when I'm finally able to figure out what the heck is going on. Sometimes, partly, bits and pieces. If that, Jimmy's got the sandwich with the collar inside it. By now, he'll be on his way to the cult meeting. If he isn't there already, planning ritual kidnappings and home break-ins is hungry work. Obviously, he'll want to bring a tasty and filling sandwich to their hideout to munch on, meaning I can teleport there via the collar inside. And once I'm there, all I have to do is bring the entire cult to justice, expose their ties to the criminal underworld, save the closet guy, and get justice for that poor dead warehouse kitty. I have no idea how I'll do all that, but I'm sure I'll figure it out as I go along.
I wonder if the collar is gonna be in another garbage can. Alright, let's see.
All right.
Jimmy!
Jimmy should be wherever he is, wherever that may be. I've got no clue where this'll teleport me to. I flip this switch, and there might be no coming back. Not without a long, long walk. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Before Jimmy gets too peckish and starts tearing into that sandwich.
Floating forest.
Whoa. What is this place? What is that stuff on the trees? Why are they green all of a sudden? And how do I even know what green is? Well, if it's in color, this place has to be important, right? This must be the cult hideout. Seeing as Jimmy definitely would have taken such a nice sandwich all the way to HQ for their little meeting. He definitely wouldn't have thrown the sandwich away out the window of his car like it was garbage. What the heck? How could he toss my pomade sandwich like that? I spent minutes slaving away to make that. I'm gonna make him pay. Besides, throwing things out of a moving vehicle, that's litter. I can excuse cult rituals and kidnapping, but litter is where I draw the line. Better keep this safe. It seems to end up in the garbage otherwise. Now, to find where Jimmy went, I'd better be careful. This is cult territory after all. The whole forest could be crawling with cultists. Anyone I bump into is likely to be working for the cult. I'd better keep my cat's eye peeled.
Okay. Well, there they are. Let's go say hi.
I knew it. Cultists. There's no other explanation as to why anyone would be out here, except for, you know... Looks like a cabin. Exactly the kind of remote secret location a cult needs for all its dark rituals. Who knows what sort of diabolical scene I'll be walking in on.
Well, let's find out.
Okay, significantly less diabolical than I expected. But hang on. What is a cabin this nice doing out here? I thought the whole point of a cabin was to go back to nature, not whatever this is. Either someone's missed the point, possibly me, or something's up with this place. I'd better look around. Whoa. These wall lamps are really shoddily made. They just fold over the second you touch them. Either that, or they're hidden levers. But what are the chances a secret cult would be into that sort of thing, right? I wonder if there are any others.
Oh shit, there's a timer. Ah!
Open sesame.
Enter.
Wait, open, open, sesame, sesame. Would you please open? Oof. No way I'll make it from the switch to the other side of the door. Not without getting squished. Maybe I could brace the door open with something. I don't know. Eesh. This culture doesn't go much for convenience, does it?
Okay.
Ah, perfect. That should be sturdy enough to wedge the door open.
Okay. Ah.
Whoa.
Nice.
Hope that'll hold. Guess it just needs to for another few seconds.
Loading caves. Oh, that was fast.
Oh, hey. That's handy. A map of the evil kidnapping cult's lair. See? There it is. Lair in big letters. Even have it underlined. How thoughtful. I guess that must be where the cultists gather. Let's not be there for the moment. What else is there? Oh, hey, it looks like we're close to all the animal cemeteries in the area. That's not creepy in the slightest. The elephant graveyard is near here. Huh. Hope they've got big holes and big shovels to dig 'em. Budgie burial grounds. For all the budgies and birds of a feather. I was there once. Mistook it for an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh my
And,
god.
of course, kitty for the dead. I'll be there one day. Not today, I hope. It seems this tunnel system links up with all the cemeteries around here, with different ways to get to each. I'm sure that's not in any way, shape, or form going to be important information to remember. Maybe I should explore for myself a little. Worst case, I can always check the map if I forget anything in 2 minutes or so.
About to say there shouldn't be any.
You know, as raw take down the weirdo cult as I am, I sort of feel like walking right into their little meeting to tell them off isn't quite the right way to do it. It just seems so gauche. Not to mention dangerous as heck, though clearly that wouldn't stop me. Whoa. What is this place? What is all this stuff? Whatever it is, it's stuff I don't know anything about. Maybe I should go find something I do know about.
Okay, I don't think I can interact with anything else. Okay.
I'd better check the map out again if I'm gonna get out of here. They got a cell down here too.
A human?
Cozy. Everything a cult HQ needs for nefarious shenanigans.
Hello? Who's there? Huh? You first. Who's there? Albert? How do you know my name? You've grown. Started walking around on 2 paws. And wearing clothes and talking? Wait, you're not my Albert, are you? You're the Albert of this universe. Of course, it makes sense. Actually, no, nothing is making sense right now. So let's start with something I can make sense of. Who are you? My name is Erwin Schrodinger. I'm a physicist specializing in quantum theory. And these are my cats. Wait, that's not possible. You're on some sort of lecture trip abroad, I think. Also, I'm fairly certain you're not weirdly pink and furless. You must be my counterpart from this universe, I imagine. If there are multiple Alberts, it stands to reason there are multiple Schrodingers. Wait, that's right. That was the name of MG mentioned. You were the one trapped in the closet, weren't you? Yes, that was me. His wife trapped me in there after I arrived in your world. Mr. G found me and went for help, but his wife returned before he did. She and her cultist friends brought me here, and I've been stuck here ever since, save for when they forced me to work in the lab. Lab? Our world? Hang on, what are you talking about? I'm not from your world. It's complicated to explain. I tried to tell Mr. G about, but I don't think he quite understood. Well, if you didn't understand it, then I'm in deep cow pats. Just try to explain like I'm 5 years old, because, well, I am 5 years old. Let's start with our world. What do you mean by our world? Or your world? Whatever. I see. In quantum theory, there is an idea of the multiverse. Multiple universes all exist simultaneously parallel to each other. At every event point, a diversion can occur, creating a new universe. The multiverse is a quantum superposition with infinitely increasing divergent quantum worlds. I was with you all the way up to you see? Alright, well, the simple version is that there are infinite worlds and dimensions out there, each springing out of different choice or outcome. Let us say you chose to have butter on your toast for breakfast this morning instead of jam. That means that parallel to this world, there's a world where instead you chose jam, and the rest of the day played out accordingly. Joke's on you, I had both butter and jam on my toast this morning. The point is that for every potential outcome in all of history, there is a world for it. And then worlds for outcomes within outcomes, diverging further and further. Thus, some worlds would be identical to the one you know, while others would be very different. To the point where some have animals that don't speak or wear clothes or stand like humans. What are humans? My point exactly. Your world doesn't have them, due to some earlier difference in history. And yet, I am one myself. Both worlds have Schrodingers, and it seems Alberts. But they are very different animals. Literally, in some cases. Anyway, anything else I can explain? The lab. You said the cult had you working in the lab. What does that mean? When I first arrived, I told that she-wolf what had happened and where it came from. I thought she could help, but instead she told her cult and they got an idea. They thought they could use me and my work to achieve their own evil ends. So they locked me in here and made me work on their little project. And how has that been going? Bad, for them. None of them knew anything about quantum physics and engineering, so they just threw me in and threatened me to work. At first I refused. What was my life to stopping them anyway? But then they brought Niels and Max, or is it Niles? And I couldn't put them at risk. The weird looking cats? They threatened them? Yes, unless I designed something that helped them. But even then they didn't know what I was doing, so I was able to work on something to help me escape. But more fool me. They tired of my delays and excuses and locked me up for good. And worse, I realized that I was just their backup plan. Backup for what? A rainy day? No, for finding all the cats and collecting their collars, too. Tell me, are they safe? I know the cult recovered 3 of these kitties here, but what of mine? And my Alberts? How did you get here? I was conducting some experiments involving atomic disruption and translocation involving wave functions of blah blah blah. I was working on an experimental machine that required a test subject, and considering I had already done some major thought experiments with cats, I figured it was only fitting to use one again. Did the cat agree? In our world, cats barely agree to anything, but Albert, my Albert, eventually got in the box and I activated the machine. When I opened the box, Albert was gone, along with his collar. I had no idea where he had gone or what happened to him. So you stopped the experiment at its track so you could find my counterpart, right? No. In science, you must be repeat experiments. You must repeat experiments to ensure the results are accurate. So I did again with Max, Werner, and Niles. By the time I realized what happened, that their collars had supercharged the machine to cause multiversal transportation. All of them had vanished. So I attempted to follow them. Teleprompter box. Yeah. Along with a collar to ensure the same traversal will occur. And it did, albeit with some complications. One such complication was appearing in a certain apartment, along with a large implosion that took out a wall. So the holes that kept coming up were from you and your cats teleporting in. That's right. And in my case, it certainly caught the attention of an animal living there, Miss G. She acted concerned, asked me what I was doing there, and after I told her everything, she offered me some rather potent tea that put me to sleep. Sounds like you know the rest. The collars. Don't worry, the collars are safe. Well, 2 of them are. Yeah, I got both of them on me in my pocket. You what? You stupid cat. Why would you bring them here? Don't you know they're what the cult is looking for? I don't understand why they're so important, other than, you know, the whole I can teleport places thing. The experiment that sent the cats here supercharged their collars with. Wait, do you want simple or accurate? Oh, simple, 100% of the time. Well, the collars got charged with energy when they were transported to this world. Thus the power to be in 2 places at once, like a teleporter, as you apparently found. If all 5 were in the same place, they would have enough combined energy to do that for places between worlds, or to rip open the space-time fabric between them. Still not simple enough. Is that good or bad? Oh, very bad. It's one thing for a human or a cat to come in from one world to another, but an entire universe? Even I couldn't guess at what might happen. One world crowding out another, both worlds being merged by force, both worlds blinking out of existence. Okay, yeah, that last one seems like something that should be avoided for sure. Indeed, which is why I gave my collar to Mr. G and keep it away from the cult, not bring it straight to them. Okay. So what's the deal with these cats? For starters, they look different, small, naked. That's natural for our world. In our world, cats are small and adorable pets that live around humans as companions. What? Impossible. Surely with our intellect and manipulation skills, we'd be running the show and forcing other species to do our bidding. That's, well, you're not entirely wrong there. Well, good. The very idea of us being pets. We'd never have masters. We'd have staff. At any rate, these 3, well 4, with my Albert, have been a big help in my work, keeping me company in the lab and so on. That was how I got the idea to try a new machine on them and see how it worked. Never thought it would react with collars and send them here. Okay, ignoring the shrieking, hissing, clawing ethics of the whole situation. Wait, you teleported them here ahead of you? Then why did you arrive a month before they started showing up and being catnapped? Time moves differently between universes. What happened first can end up coming last. So it was with my cats and myself. I sent Albert, my Albert, through first, then Werner, Max, and then I tried myself. I arrived first, then Niels, Max, and Werner were found in order. Which only leaves my first cat, my Albert. Thought I heard something about him coming through, but they haven't brought him back. Do you know what's happened to him? I think he's dead. Yeah, about Albert. You know what happened? Well, I have good news. Is your food bills are going to go down, but oh, about a pill. Um, he's dead, isn't he? My poor little Albert. What happened to him? His body was found at a warehouse downtown. No signs of foul play, or foul play for that matter. Just a big hole in the roof above him. No one knew who or what he was or what killed him. That was actually how I got involved in the case to begin with, to earn get to the bottom of things. Plus, you know, he looked a little like me. I wonder if the fall killed him. He might have had time to land on his feet, or maybe the whole thing was just too much strain and trauma for the poor boy. He was getting on in years and didn't have the best heart. Dang, so why'd you send him? Yet you used him for your big weird experiment. Yeah. That was mostly because he curled up inside the machine and refused to budge when I tried to get started, so I went along with it. I gave up arguing with dear Albert years ago. Sounds like he didn't have the best heart or the best brains. Fluffy, lovable, charming, and profoundly stupid. Yeah. Okay, let's get on to the cult's goal. They must think you can help them somehow. Okay, so we gotta go back.
A big metal box. Wait, didn't Schrodinger say something about his experiments and research involve cats and boxes or something? Well, this is a box, and boxes make for great teleporters for reasons. Ingenious, really. Yeah, this has gotta be it. Nothing else it could be, right? I bet Schrodinger's gonna be impressed.
Back to the cell. Yeah, that's probably not it. Okay, back to the lab. Oh, I'm glad I don't have to like walk there.
A watch, huh? It looks like an ordinary watch to me, but that must be its genius. He said it was a mini teleporter. How much more mini do you get than being on the back of your wrist? That guy is so smart. Okay, that last one was a bust, but this has definitely got to be the teleporter. I'm sure Schrodinger will agree.
Things. Well, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Stia.
Oh, what the fuck? Let's go back to the lab. A banana. Come on. Is it really a fucking banana?
Huh. Why is there a banana in here? Seems kind of out of place, which clearly means it must be the mini teleporter. I bet there's all sorts of strange tech hidden within its mysterious rubbery yellow. All right. Third time's the charm.
Oh.
Ow. That hurt. Didn't land on my feet that time. Because something was under my feet. What did I trip on? Huh. What's this? Looks like some garbage just lying around. I guess Schrodinger isn't practicing good organization in the lab. Someone should call him on that. I'll bring this along so I can wave it in his face and scold him.
Okay. So that's it. Let's go. This banana. Alright, this is like really dragging out. I brought like 3 items to him before this. I mean, come on. Okay, after charging. After a while. Oh, dang. You idiot.
Well, sure hope it was because he was worried about me and wanted a rescue party put together quickly. Anyway, I guess I won't be getting out this way anytime soon, which means there's only one way to go.
Okay.
go. Into the lion's den, if there are any lions in the cult.
Brethren, we're approaching the dawning of a new age. Everything we've worked for
So
is
the
at
chief
hand.
of police was in on this. That's the least surprising thing I've learned all day, actually.
Hooray, at last we're going to have everything we ever wanted. It's about time. But that fool Schrodinger was never going to finish that device of his. Guess we don't need it now. Not now we have all the collars in our possession. Once we touch them all together, it would open a rupture for us.
Just like Schrodinger was worried about. But hang on.
Not to be that cultist guy, but what do you mean all the collars? There are 5, and looks like we're still only got 3.
Good. Someone else noticed it too. I was worried I'd screwed up the math.
An understandable error on your part, Brother Joe. Yes, we have these 3 as helpfully provided by the gang's contacts with the criminal underworld.
I can barely hear him. He's too small. Maybe if I lean in a little closer.
Oh no. As for the last 2, we have them now as well. Seeing as they're about to be hand delivered. Oh, Albert. By the world's biggest moron. Told you that idiot would show up eventually. Well, this is, I can explain. I'm here to, let's see, collect my fee. Definitely not spying on anything nefarious, just making sure I get paid for my work. I don't have the money, and once I do, well, it won't matter anymore. Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all. Look, we could work out a payment plan, or please tell me I can thump him if he doesn't shut up. Hell, I'd support you thumping him even if he does. Shutting up now. Or, not shutting up. What do I have to do to get not thumped? I think thumping will happen pretty definitely. Yeah. Sure. Nincompoop. Mm-hmm. Yep. Just snatching. Do I have? Is this like a running thing now, like before? Get him! Prepare to run! Ah, shit! Prepare to run! Dang! Retry. Oh, so I don't have to press shift? Quest completed.
Made it out with time to spare. Glad I took the truncated route to the elephant graveyard. Now, let's hope they don't catch up too quick.
They're right behind you.
Oh boy. You sure caught up quick.
Give it up, Wilde. For the very last time, Forever, in fact. You're under arrest. Funny you say that, Chief. That was gonna be my line to you. You're under arrest for conspiracy, theft, kidnapping, catnapping, cat slaughter, and attempted destruction of reality. What? There's no such law for the last one. I should know. I'm a cop. Actually, reality has certain incidental properties. Thus, the destruction of reality could be seen as destruction of property. So, for once, I'm glad to see someone smarter than I am. You found Betty like I suggested? Obviously, I'm here, aren't I? And as always, I'm thrilled to see you, Officer Betty. I'm glad to know you're worried about me being catnapped, but what was that about cat slaughter? I'm perfectly fine, as you can see. That wasn't about you. That was about my cats. Poor little Albert. Well, these jokers won't be hurting anyone else, cats or no cats. And they won't be ripping apart reality or destroying space and time either. Thanks to you, Albert. Don't make a thing of it. But, can't believe I'm saying this. I'm glad you're alright. Well, I think I lost a few of my 9 lives, but I'll be fine. What took you so long anyway? Oh, that was my fault. I thought we could use a little more help. I mean, that gets us to reluctant tolerance. You'll have to do better than that if you want actual vague warm feelings. Elma, what are you doing here? Well, when a strange pink-skinned creature comes running through the woods yelling for help, you start to pay attention. And you definitely do what you realize it's the same guy your brother found. So I figured, well, I'm already involved. May as well see it through. I was lucky to meet both Betty and Elma, but I was not expecting Elma to be related to the sheep who almost rescued me. He came to help too. I'm just glad I was able to actually help you get free this time. Though I also came for another reason. Honey, I could forgive your crappy cud buys. But strange sense of indecor, your ballet budget, even your habit of trapping interdimensional scientists in your closet. Wait, you can forgive that? What, a cult bent on ripping apart reality? Sorry, babe. That's just too far for me. It's official. I want a devoted friend and partner who would weather any storm and also clean the place before going to jail. Okay, sweetie? Okay. See, I'm not the dumbest animal to ever live. Hate to admit it. But yeah, my brother's got you beat. What's going on? Why is my husband being arrested? Oh god, don't make me have to read out the charges again. Really, Joe was running with a really bad crew. He was trying to unmake reality just so he could feel stronger. As if. You don't believe I ever do something like that, do you, babe? Actually, I 100% do believe it. What? Take him away. I think it's time I enjoy the single life again. Oh, so do you think... Nope. Where is he? Where's that damn bird? I'm gonna kill him. Oh boy. This Schrobinger guy told me how much grief you've really given me. Not only did your cult screw up, the only way this idiot would ever get the money to pay me back. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Now this is gonna be front page. Everyone's gonna want to know about it. And I'll have to run the newsstand by myself. And if that weren't bad enough, you lost your jaunty hat. You are so fired. Fine, I was planning to land on your antlers and poop on you as soon as I got natural form back. But wait, if Schrodinger found all of you, how did you all get here? I drove them here, naturally. Okay, great. Everybody's so chatty. Yes. Uh-huh. And they arrested them delicately. I'm awesome. I'm sure Albert is still very much confused. I don't get it.
Yeah. Sorry. Hey, so
You can go to the owl. Loading epilogue.
There's something about the drive home after solving a case. You're tired, but triumphant, drained, but delighted. Exhausted, but the end of what?
You're back. I am. And Albert saved the day. Even the worst of them, it seems. What the fuck? Freaking gorgeous. He would say that. Albert 693. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're still, it's like, oh, we're at the end, but are we really at the end? Alright, mashing through. Two weeks later.
Just another day in the city. My city. And this city never changes. That's just reality. Well, one reality. At least this city is rotten to the core. It stinks like a warthog that's been wallowing in some suspicious brown mud left by an elephant. Someone's gotta clean up this city. I guess it's gotta be me. Who else could I trust to keep this city's butt clean and well licked?
Partner? I wasn't expecting that.
This city never changes, except when it does. Shocking twist of logic, I know. I always worked as a lone cat, but lately, I've begun to realize the benefits of working as part of a team. Everything else might have gone back to normal after Schrodinger and the other Albert left, but that's one souvenir I'm gonna hang on to. Well, that and the other souvenir. The name's Albert Wilde. Private Eye. I solve the cases no one else wants, in this reality or the next. I'm not just cleaning up this city. I'm cleaning up every city. Wait, that reminds me. I need a new mop and bucket. I'll have to go shopping later. Betty won't mind if I store it in her office. Anyway, I'm a new breed of kitty. Catching the interdimensional rats of crime. I'm not just a PI. I'm Albert Wilde. Quantum PI.
Cool. I wonder if we're gonna get another one. The end. All right. I am done with this. It definitely, I will say it definitely overstayed its welcome because it was just dragged on. I was like, oh my God, are we done yet? It was good, but it's just the ending was just like, oh my goodness, with all the dialogue that you had to do. But yeah, that was Cat Detective Albert Wilde. I'm gonna let the credits roll. And yeah, thank you again to Dames for Games for giving me the Steam key for this. The fundraiser is still going on for Dames for Games, so if you would like to donate, I'm gonna put the link in the comments section, and then you can use the QR code that's on screen to donate as well. Right now we have $200 and 4 more days to go. Dedicated to David Lynch. Not surprised. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for a dice game. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Bye.